text Rockwolf. Leave your name and number and I'll get back to you.
Trevor, this is Jake's grandmother. I just wanted to make sure you were eating your little wafers so you could grow up to be big and strong. I got a couple boxes here. You can pick them up whenever.
Welcome to the Rockwolf Files. You know, like the Rockford Files? With James Garner? Nah, that's okay. I'm Tex Rockwolf, so we're gonna talk about my files. First files first, there's an elephant in the room. The internet room. I know it's a really big room, so you might not have noticed an elephant there, but that's not the point. Ant-Man. Ant-Man. Let's just say it a few times, let's just get it out of our systems. Maybe if we say it out loud a couple more times, it'll sound less silly. Ant-Man. Ant-Man. There. I'm fine with it now. Your mileage may vary, so feel free to hit pause and do the exercise over and over again until you feel better about it.
Is it too late to change the name?
All kidding aside, no one seems to be on board with this Ant-Man movie. Why is that? Because nobody likes ants, nobody likes spiders, everyone gives Parker a pass, nobody likes bats, but everyone's tripping all over themselves to assign a victory to the Dark Knight, no matter who he's facing. Regardless of your reason, toot toot, y'all need to get on board this train and ride it. Because it's taken off from the station and you want to be on board, so here are 5 things that you have not considered before you decided to dismiss the mighty Ant-Man. Comic fans, listen up. This isn't Hank Pym Ant-Man. It's no secret that no one was looking forward to Hank Pym as a hero. From that time in the comics where he made one of the Avengers' most enduring and threatening villains, to his inability to stick with a single persona, to that time he beat up his wife. Kinda undersold that last one. Kinda undersold it. It's an easy call to make to say Hank Pym isn't a good character for a hero. But this is Scott Lang Ant-Man, a down-on-his-luck guy who answers the call to action and becomes a hero to redeem himself in the eyes of not just the world, but most importantly, his daughter. That's a character story that's got some legs. Paul Rudd will be playing him. He's a bit of a rogue, fun-loving, a little bit of a troublemaker, maybe even someone who's afraid to show how good of a heart he really has. Sounds like a protagonist everyone can get behind. What do you think? Even the Pym we get is better than the comics. From what we know, the Dr. Pym we are going to get is something of an old guard character, likely involved with some of the previous era characters, possibly Howard Stark and the early S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel. Also, he's a character that we haven't heard about previously. Like, you know, Nick Fury wasn't tripping all over himself, getting ready to tell you all about the amazing Dr. Hank Pym, so he's probably disgraced, probably a little bit forgotten by the history books. Complicated, but certainly not carrying the baggage that the comics version of Hank Pym is carrying. Plus, Michael Douglas? Hello? This is a great get for Marvel movies. Have you ever seen The Game? That movie defines what it means to be a thriller more than Michael Jackson in a red leather jacket. And suppose for a second Pym is darker than they're letting on. Perfect. Gordon Gekko?
Why do you need to wreck this company? Because it's wreckable, alright?
Michael Douglas gave us an iconic performance as a man whose ambition and drive for perfection and dominance led him to become a monster before.
I don't care where or how you get it.
So why not see that again as this flawed Marvel super scientist? Everyone likes to hate on Peyton Reed because he's not Edgar Wright. Well, you know what? A lot of people aren't Edgar Wright. I'm not Edgar Wright. Are you Edgar Wright? I didn't think so. Unless you're Edgar Wright, in which case, thanks for watching, sir. There's no question that the mastermind behind the Cornetto trilogy would have made a great Ant-Man. Peyton Reed has regrettably, however, been the target of some backlash by the pro-Edgar Wright set. What many naysayers fail to acknowledge is that Mr. Reed's greatest sin is simply that he's not Edgar Wright. Or yes, man, it could be yes, man. And regardless of anything else, he did bring it on. What? Yeah, I've seen it. It's really funny. Seriously. Spirit fingers, motherfucker. Surprisingly enjoyable movies aside, Mr. Reed is a perfectly capable director who knows comedy, with experience on Mr. Show with Bob and David, Upright Citizens Brigade, and with the Gregory Brothers. You have not properly considered what a visual feast Ant-Man is going to be for your eyeballs. Remember a little movie called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? For 5 years after its release, it was the highest grossing live-action Disney film of all time. How come? Well, there was a super scientist. He was kinda aloof from the people around him, and because of him, there was a whole lot of shrinking going on, and the younger generation had to encounter the small world and survive, even taming an ant and using it for transportation and to kick ass? Sound familiar? I want to believe. And so should you. It's what Ant-Man's going to be, except with better everything. Michael Douglas over Rick Moranis. Upgrade. Paul Rudd over a bunch of kids. Upgrade. Journey of a superhero with the journey of a bunch of kids going back inside. Upgrade. People are going to love this, including you. Have you seen the test footage where Ant-Man fights some guards in a hallway? This is the demo footage that sold the studio and the public on making an Ant-Man movie. These dum-dums don't know what to do. First he's there, then he's not, then because he retains human strength when small, that super compressed man punch from a fist the size of a pinhead annihilates this dude's face. Then Ant-Man doubles down on size-changing physics, using the shift of mass and weight to his advantage, and throws dude number 2 into what is guaranteed to be no better than picking glass out of his stupid face for 5 fucking minutes. This footage owns, and it's just a sample of some of the cool fighting and uses for his powers we're gonna see in this movie. To conclude, Ant-Man is going to totally kick ass, you guys. It's got a lot of factors on screen and off that are going to help contribute to make sure that this is a big, big movie. Like all of the other boxcars in the Marvel Cinematic Train. And I don't care, you can naysay, you can say that they've made bad ones.
Iron Man 3.
But that's not what we're talking about anymore. There's going to be hits, there's going to be misses, and I think that they at least deserve the benefit of the doubt. So let's all go get our hobo bindles together, we'll go get all nice and cozy over in the boxcar, the Ant-Man boxcar, you know, the one I mentioned earlier, and we'll just have the ride of our lives. Unless you get murdered by other hobos who are also in the boxcar. You know, on second thought, let's just drop the whole hobo transient murder thing, and instead just get excited to see this movie. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you just saw, the first episode of the Rockwolf Files, go ahead and click like and subscribe down below. Also, you might enjoy watching The Short Council. It's a discussion program I put together for Game of Thrones and Doctor Who. And of course, you're going to want to check out peanutbutterdisaster.com. It's a wonderful website where I like to hang my hat, as well as a number of other talented producers. So check me out there, check out their stuff. It's a great place to be.
Peanut butter disaster.